Semina. Like, komen dan juga share. Salam.
Hi. Hello.
Hello everyone.
Hello, apa khabar?
Hi guys.
Kado. Hi Kado. Good to see you. Oma. As
Yes.
usual.
Yeah.
Oh, semua ada haircut. Saya belum haircut.
Okay, macam tu you kena buat haircut macam saya dengan Omar.
Ojo, saya. Sampai umur 12 sampai sekarang long hair, you know.
Ya, Dr. Lawrence famous dengan dia punya curry pop.
Yeah,
Ya, curry pop.
Kado
Okay, I'm
itu-
sharing into the usahawan groups.
Yeah.
Macam mana nak share? Macam mana nak share? Aku nak share dekat FB page aku.
Boleh just tekan buka Lawrence Walter Seminars punya FB and then pergi dekat bawah tu ada tulis share, tekan share, dia
Okay.
akan buka, then dia akan suruh you tulis something, tekan share.
Yeah.
Oma,
And
why
then
not
buka
you
group.
send Cardog the link now? Yeah, we already sent to our group chat. You can send Cardog the
Okay,
link
share.
of the current Facebook
Okay.
live now.
So,
Yeah.
Kado share.
Meanwhile, let's say hello to some people. They are here already.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello Fefe, Zafaro. Nice to meet you, Zafaro. Good to see you. Hi. Rita, thank you always. Thank you very much. Noor, hi.
More.
Good morning. Yeah.
Who did not switch off their video sound? Please switch off
Must
now.
off, huh? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it
Wow,
better?
Stephanie shared to 10 groups. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Wow.
Good. Rita also share already. Thank you Rita for sharing.
Kadang
Yeah,
ini geng kita ni.
I tengah isi form.
Isi form?
The link that you give.
Oh no, not that
Send-
one, not that one.
Which one?
Hang on. Sending through now.
Yeah, and we are sending you directly the Facebook live, this current live punya link now.
I see.
For those who just came in, we haven't started yet, so yes.
Cepat. I punya fan nak tengok, cepat.
Okay, ada hantar kat you sekarang.
Yeah.
Mana?
While
Ada.
waiting for
Alright,
Cardog
got it.
dia punya link dekat kawan-kawan dia.
Tak
So
dapat
can you
lah.
remind Kelly?
Cannot.
Boleh? Kadang.
Tak dapat.
Oban, did you share the correct link?
Do the old fashioned way lah. Do the old fashioned way.
Which
Just
is
cari
search
Lawrence
in Google.
Walter Seminars.
Okay.
Pergi Facebook kita. Pergi Facebook kita, Lawrence Walter Seminar. Why the live doesn't show us? Only show the advertisement.
It is showing us already.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Oh really?
You already can hear yourself talking. Probably you didn't click the right one. Did you click the correct one? Let me resend the link to all of you. Yeah. Seems like everyone is having trouble.
Fefe is here. Yeah, our
Yeah.
fan Lawrence Walter Seminars.
Morning, Pepe.
I selalu nampak dia dekat live tau.
Yes, she is from
Thank
Public
you,
Bank.
Fefe.
She's one of our biggest supporter.
Wah, thank you for your support, Pepe.
Yeah, every time LWS live mesti dia ada punya.
Seriously, I learned so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Do let me know if all of you can receive it so that
Got it.
we can. Got it? Yay!
Good.
Good job, Kadok. Kadok boleh share.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we cannot start if the viewers are not going up. Oops.
Yeah, so everybody dekat rumah, please share also. Number 1, share to your page. Number 2, share to 10 groups. And then also Where else can they share, Kelly?
They can share to their friends. Share the link. You just okay, I recently learned something new. So on the top right corner, you can see the 3 dots, right? Select the 3 dots, copy link, and WhatsApp to all of your friends now. Send it to WhatsApp to all of your friends now. Yeah, then they can just click the link and they'll immediately lead us to all this live session here. Yeah. Or perhaps for those who are already watching from Facebook, maybe Fiza can share. How are we gonna share it?
Yeah, how we're going to share it with Facebook. So everybody, you can see here got share button right at the corner. You just press the share button, and then you go to the right post, and then just write some caption, and then you just post. Okay, very easy one. Everybody know like this one.
Yeah, but make sure.
Don't forget.
Yeah, you must post to public. Select public.
Yeah,
Otherwise, your name won't appear as sharer. Yeah. All right. So let's say hello to Hashim. Hashim, good morning, Hashim. Yeah, Fidaus is also here.
Yeah.
Who else is also here?
Good morning.
Yeah, I want y'all to say good morning or type hello to someone's name here. Don't say hi or I want to see everyone's name here. It can be people that are watching together with you also. Yeah, not necessarily the ones that's appearing on screen. So I want to see some people type hello, whoever. Example, hello Cardog, hello Fiza.
Don't forget to press the like button and then love button. Yeah.
Wow.
Press love.
Send-
Yeah.
Send some love to Kadok and the angels. So Kadok will share with you more ideas. Not only heart, he will share with you fresh udang recipe.
Yeah, all right.
Richie is watching also. Morning, Richie.
Good morning, Richie. Long time never hear you. Huh?
Yeah.
Richie has a wonderful voice. Huh?
Wow.
Oh yes, I remember.
Like
Especially
Lionel
when he
Richie.
made, not that kind of voice. Whenever he made the announcement for Malaysia Airlines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, selamat pulang ke tanah air, something like that.
Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, kita telah mendarat di lapangan terbang antarabangsa Kuala Lumpur. Jam sekarang pukul waktu tempatan.
Ya, ini yang you all tak tahu about Kadok. Maybe ada some yang tak tahu.
Yeah. Hebat Kadok.
Kadok now.
Apa dia?
Hebat Kadok.
I nak introduce
No,
Kadok.
I used to work with Malaysia Airlines before.
Oh, no wonder.
Oh.
As a cabin crew.
Wow.
You want coffee or me?
Hey. Kelly, send the link to the Malaysian Airlines Master Trainers Group. One more time. Say, Kadok, your employee your ex-colleague is here. One more time. When we go live, how will you say? We are now approaching Kuching International Airport. What's the announcement?
That one I can remember. The captain will do the announcement. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saya kapten anda. Kita sekarang terbang pada ketinggian 35,000 kaki dan menghala ke arah Kuching. Cuaca di Kuching sekarang agak ribut dengan suasana. Okay, tak ada. I don't know. I can't remember but something like that lah. I can't remember. It's 10 years ago.
Kadok.
Apa dia?
You bekas baca berita kan?
Yeah, I also pernah menjadi pembaca berita bernama TVN, TV9. News.
Wow, amazing.
And now become YouTuber. Wow.
Yeah. What a transformation, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My life journey.
Yeah.
Your life journey. Maybe that's a good start, Omar, to talk about.
Yeah.
Kadok, huh?
Yeah.
That's a
Let's
good
talk
start.
about his background and where he came from and how he got to where he is today.
Yeah.
Such a successful YouTuber. You know, sometimes I go around Malaysia and wherever I stop, people always stop me. And I became quite famous, not because of who I am, but they always say, Abang Omar, wah, kita tengok dekat Kadok. So they always watch me on Kadok's YouTube channel.
Omar, aku tak nak banyak. Aku tak nak banyak, Omar. Aku nak 5% je daripada whatever that you generate lah.
Dia sebenarnya the other way around because YouTube is paying you, not me.
Aduh.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, shall we start?
Okay, we have almost 100
Alright,
people.
so-
Let's go.
Alright.
Angel Fiza, let's do the welcoming.
Yeah, alright. Ladies and gentlemen, okay, kepada siapa yang tengah menonton sekarang live bersama Kadok, dan sebelum tu saya nak memperkenalkan hari ini kita ada Datuk Dr. Lawrence. Dia adalah founder Lawrence Water Seminar. Ya, Dr. Lawrence.
Hi,
Dan
everybody.
juga kita ada Omar Sterling. Ya,
Hi.
from Lawrence Water Seminar juga. And our special VIP guest kita ada Kadok. And nama sebenarnya adalah nama sebenarnya adalah Fadil bin Muhammad Isa. Dan dia dikenali sebagai Kadok dan juga bekas pembaca berita dan now YouTuber. Ya.
Saya suka nama Kadok. Itu lebih beautiful, wonderful. So let's start the show. 100,000 followers. I text many of my friend Kadok. Banyak orang cakap, betul ke? Ini beli ke? Or how you get it? Betul. I wanted to see. You know lah, ada skeptik, ada yang sincere. I watch your YouTube. Wah, ada udang bagus though. So what's the formula, Kadok? Apa formula yang mereka sekarang posting ada 50 like, 30 like, tengok 100,000 cemburu mereka.
Okay,
So-
before that sebelum kita mulakan I nak bagi tahu lah yang kepada mereka-mereka yang skeptical ke apa semua tu. First thing first, I tak kaya macam Omar. Omar dia kaya, dia boleh tukar-tukar kereta kan. Macam saya tak mampu nak boost ke, nak beli like ke apa semua, I tak mampu. So for me, what I did is I just upload a content. As simple as that.
Yeah, content.
Ya.
I like that.
Yang paling penting nombor satu kalau kita tak ada, kalau kita nak ada FB page, betul tak betul semua? Tetapi kita malas nak upload konten. Macam mana kita nak grow follower? Yang kedua, tadi kita dah follow konten. Yang kedua, kita pun naklah kena rajin share. Sebab untuk sebuah channel ataupun page-page yang baru, kita ni nobody, betul tak? So kita kena share, kita kena under invite, kita kena ajak orang. Tetapi kalau kita ni tak banyak kawan dekat Facebook, macam mana kita nak invite mereka, betul tak? So apa yang kita kena buat? Apa yang kita kena buat kalau kita tak banyak kawan? Kita kena create kawan, kita kena create relationship dengan orang. So kita kena start to friends people apa semua. Tetapi kalau orang tak nak kawan dengan kita, apa kita nak buat?
Macam mana?
Nak buat apa?
Then something is wrong with us, correct or not?
Follow, unfollow dia.
Jangan macam tu. Because one thing I learn about life, what you give, you get back more. So janganlah kita pun kita kenalah follow orang, kita pun follow dia, kita pun kena bila kita make friend with people kita bukan make friend semata-mata macam aku nak friend dengan kau supaya kau friend dengan aku balik, tak. When dia bayangkan bila kita create friend with people outside we really want to be friend, we want to get to know you. So you know, when you get to know about others will also want to get to know about you. Ini 3 tips penting sebenarnya. Dia bukannya formula ataupun apa orang cakap sesuatu yang complicated sangat apa semua, tak. It's just
Betul.
common sense saja benda ni. Tapi buatlah apa saja sekalipun, kalau you tak upload content, nobody gonna, dia macam ni tau. Your follower akan bertambah bila content you bertambah. Dia tak ada istilah kau buat satu content, terus follower kau 100,000. No such thing. Unless memang kau ni antara makhluk Tuhan yang paling bertuah dekat dunia lah. But kita tak tahu nak cakap macam mana benda tu.
Masya Allah. Oh.
So, Kadok, bila kita cakap tentang konten ni, you know, for the past, I rasa about 1 year ago, we met and you did a review with me about 1 year, and
Betul.
and that was masa tu you told me baru start ni buat YouTube, you baru 2 bulan ke baru sebulan ke, and but I remember after that I follow you closely. And I could see that you punya perkembangan, kalau nak dibandingkan dengan orang lain punya page, channel yang saya kenal, I nampak you punya meletup, really became, dia meningkat dia punya followers in a short space of time. So, tadi tanya apakah rahsianya, you said content. So, content jenis apa tu yang sepatutnya orang focus on, and what is the tips to do with content?
Okay, basically of course there is a study about what type of content apa semua. Korang boleh pergi dekat Google Analytics ke Google, boleh search lah apakah yang rakyat Malaysia suka search apa semua kan. Then you can focus on that content. Kalau dekat YouTube, you can go to trending tab. Then you can see what type of video-video yang menjadi trending apa semua. Then you just duplicate lah proses tersebut with your own idea pula. But at least you know what type of content apa semua. But orang macam saya suka hard way, suka cara susah. Orang macam saya akan buat apa saja konten yang saya nak buat. I don't care about, it's not that I tak peduli apa yang orang nak makan. Of course kalau kita meniaga makanan kan, kita nak jual makanan yang orang nak makan. Tetapi kadang-kadang kita tak tahu makanan apa yang orang nak makan, so kita kena bereksperimentasi. So macam sekarang saya tengok orang mulai pergi kepada konten-konten berkaitan dengan streaming, berkaitan dengan gaming apa semua kan. So daripada tak tahu, I learn about it, and somehow dalam masa sebulan I dah grow dalam 10,000 followers main game. Itu contoh. Tapi sebenarnya
10,000.
untuk orang yang apa orang cakap untuk orang biasa, then basically kita cuba buat apa yang kita boleh buat dulu, because somehow kita tak ada resources itu ataupun support itu di mana kita tahu apa yang orang nak apa semua. Tapi along the way, selain daripada you create content, actually you create competency, you create skill. Orang macam saya dulu bila saya start YouTube, tanya Abang Omar, video tak ada edit-edit, kita rakam pakai phone saja.
I remember.
Sembang. I really like macam mana orang buat video editing, I tak tahu. But now dari dulu I pakai komputer, pakai phone. Sekarang I dah pandai pakai iMac. Daripada I tak. But tapi adakah I'm expert? No. It's still a learning curve. It's still a learning process.
I like that. Yeah.
Kadok, I ingat masa you shoot video tu, I buka bonet, tengok kat dalam penuh dengan kasut. I pun ambil kasut, campak keluar. And then
aja.
I ingat tak dapat dalam kamera. Yang you pula duk ambil gambar saya ni duk campak kasut. Lepas tu siap komen, dia ni macam tu je dia campak. And then I thought you were gonna edit.
Yeah.
Orang lain
edit pun, ada dekat dalam video tu.
Betul. Orang lain akan edit. So somehow you kena develop juga along the way, along the process. When you get familiar with yourself, you get confident with yourself semua, then people will start get familiar with you. Macam tu. When you trust that apa yang you buat, then people can start trust in you. Tapi kalau you start ada hesitate, you sendiri ada hesitation, then people pun akan hesitate. So along the way, benda ni sebenarnya macam being lah, your being, you punya jati diri kan. Ianya akan membuatkan why people should follow you. Macam tu. So eventually you have to have attitude yang bagus. You kena ada people's punya skill. Dekat dalam YouTube, dekat dalam Facebook, semua benda ni ada. Kalau tak ada, itu adalah satu berita baik. Sebab apa? Sebab you also can create that kind of content. Cara-cara bagaimana nak bercakap dengan orang. Macam tu. You see, content ni pelbagai. It's a matter of rajin tak rajin aja. It's a matter of
Benar.
nak buat tak nak buat saja. It's a matter
Benar.
of choice.
Yeah. Okay. Just to summarize, apa yang saya dapat daripada message tadi is, walaupun anda buat silap, walaupun anda merasakan sesuatu tentang diri anda adalah kelemahan, tetapi ataupun walaupun masa you buat video tu ada sesuatu yang you tak suka dalam video tu, tetapi sebenarnya bila you upload, orang akan nampak personality anda dan orang akan merasakan mereka boleh berkait dengan anda, dan mungkin itu menjadi asbab kenapa mereka suka dan follow anda.
Mungkin ya, saya bersetuju. Mungkin kalau orang tak tengok video tu, mesti orang takut nak approach Omar. Betul tak? Macam dia ni mamat orang putih. Mana ni kan? Macam sombong. Tapi because of that video, we get to see the other side of him. Then people like macam, oh abang ni lucu lah. Abang, because you just be yourself. Betul tak betul?
Benar. I remember
bila
one time dekat Gua Musang. Dekat Gua Musang, tengah tak ada apa. Saya duduk bawa kereta nak terkencing. Tapi satu R&R ke stesen minyak ke apa pun tak ada. Dan tiba-tiba dekat tengah-tengah hutan I nampak ada one hut. Nampak macam tandas. I pun turun pergi masuk kat situ, tiba-tiba ada seorang macam one brother lah. Dia ni tak tahulah orang asli ke, orang hutan ke, tapi he was so friendly. Dia kata, Abang Omar. Aku cakap, uish, kat tengah-tengah Gua Musang ni macam mana kau kenal aku ni? Lepas tu I cakap dengan dia, nak pinjam tandas set boleh? Dia siap jawab, pinjam boleh, bagi balik So I masuk tandas, keluar tandas, then I pun tengok dia ni dah kenal aku. Better, you know, I'm on the way daripada Kelantan ke KL. So I duduk jap sembang dengan dia. Rupanya dia duk tunjuk kat saya, ni duk tengok abang dekat YouTube, dekat Kadok punya channel. So you know, it's amazing how people boleh kenal kita melalui YouTube, melalui FB, and mereka rasa begitu rapat dengan kita. Because when I spoke to him, macam dah adik-beradik dah. Macam dia ni kenal sangat dengan Omar Sterling, walaupun saya first time jumpa dengan dia. So what is your punya pengalaman pula?
Macam saya I baca berita 10 tahun, Mr. Lauren, Dr. Lauren. 10 years I read news. 5 years with Bernama, 5 years with TV9. I don't think people know me as an thank you. I don't think people know me as a newscaster. But when I start create FB page and YouTube ni kan, tak sampai sebulan, I landing saja Singapore. Encik Kadok, can I take a picture with you? I rasa macam Singapore. Gila. And then dalam YouTube, kita ada YouTube Analytics, right? We can see that my video ditonton bukan sekadar di Malaysia ataupun di Nusantara. Sampai ke Greenland, sampai ke Uganda. You still
Seriously?
Yeah, you can see. And then dia bukan macam kau sengaja terklik apa semua, because dekat situ kau boleh tengok duration.
Yes.
Maybe tak ramai yang tengok, 10 orang, 20 orang. Tapi the average of the duration tu 5 minit, 7 minit. If kalau itu adalah mistake, maybe 7 second dia dah skip dah, dia terus tu. But so kita kena gunakan kelebihan internet ini sebenarnya untuk apa orang cakap, mempromosikan macam-macam perkara. Because sebab itu sekarang selain daripada saya buat konten pasal kereta, saya cuba buat konten-konten yang pelbagai, because it's an opportunity untuk the world to see about me.
Hey, why don't you tell us a bit about you? You seem like you are in the airline, in the radio, and now you are doing YouTube. What happened to your life? Can you share?
What happened to my life? After SPM, I ingat I akan jadi pilot because I have a good result in SPM. But somehow I fail my medical punya check up. So I think like macam hidup ini sungguh tidak bermakna lagi, you know. I'm useless whatsoever. So I start become that kid, that apa tu, teenager yang balik rumah lewat malam, B-boys, merempit apa semua, kacau perempuan apa semua kan. This is in Sarawak. I'm from Sarawak tau, I dari kampung. But somehow in my life, I went to this course, train on trainer for national service. So I'm the participant. In that course, I realised that, you know what? Aku nak jadi macam Mamat yang bercakap tu. The trainer, the coach yang train kami dekat Sarawak tu, I rasa macam bila dia bercakap, semua orang nak dengar. So, tapi dia katakan, kalau kau nak jadi apa yang kau nak jadi, kau nak orang dengar apa kau cakap, kau bukan hanya pandai bercakap sebab kau pandai bercakap, but you really walk the talk. Bukannya you hanya talk kan, but you never apply whatever that you talk. So dalam kursus tersebut dia ajar pasal matlamat impian, goals, things that you want to achieve in this world, apa semua in this life. Bercakap pasal trust, responsibility, commitment, apa semua. Then because of that course, I just, you know what, my life pada ketika itu is aku nak apply apa saja yang aku belajar. Because then I realised that particular course that I get for free, you have to pay about more than 10,000 here in Petaling Jaya.
Wow.
So I rasa sungguh bertuah. I rasa macam berterima kasih kepada kerajaan Malaysia yang mewujudkan program latihan khidmat negara. Because of that course, I get to learn a lot about myself, about my potential. The word is potential tau. That each and everyone in this world ada destinasi dia, ada dah ditakdirkan terhadap sesuatu. Memang kita diberikan potensi-potensi yang apa orang cakap unlimited tau. Tapi there is work you have to do. There is no such thing like macam benda tu just datang macam tu je.
Benar.
Everybody have a potential. Dari situ I jadi ketua jurulatih, I jadi facilitator, I jadi master trainer, I jadi coach. I'm the one actually who gonna see whether dia ni boleh jadi jurulatih ke tidak. So I part of the consultant after that kan. And then after that I cakap, takkanlah aku nak jadi benda ni saja. Tak cukup. Aku tahu aku kena jadi benda lain because I have a goal. I want to keluar TV. So I set my goal at that time untuk keluar TV, but sebagai apa I don't know. Pelakon tak faham ke, pelakon komedi ke, but because of that goal I get to become a newscaster. And then the other goal that I have waktu tu adalah travel around the world. How do I travel around the world? I don't know. Maybe with my own money ke apa semua ke, I don't know. But end up I become a pembaca cabin crew Malaysia Airlines. So I pernah sampai Ghana apa semua. Because kadang-kadang bila kita ada goal, mungkin cara kita nak capai goal tu tak seperti apa yang kita plan. Mungkin the other way around. But if you don't have a goal, you takkan pergi mana-mana.
Benar.
So macam sekarang,
before you continue, Kado, I want the viewers to know that we're giving away some prizes, right? Maybe a special prize to appear next to Kado in one of his video. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, why not?
All you have to do is to type out one of his journey. What do you like about his journey? What? Example, that he was a pemberita or he was in Malaysian Airlines. Well, Malaysia Airlines very happy now talking about them. You see a lot of stuff. Which part of his journey do you like? Sekarang type. And Angel Fiza, type now. Type. Yeah. Which part? Yeah. His traveling, his goals. What did he say that made you, wow, saya pun boleh buat. Kalau Kado boleh buat, saya pun boleh buat. Alright? And Angel is going to pick one winner and you probably get one special prize in a short while. But before we do that, let's ask Kado. I've been asked wanting this question. Why do you call yourself Kado? Is it important in part of the branding to change your name to something else so that people can remember? Because there are so many Muhammad, so many Atong, so many Mutu. So can you enlighten us on this? Look at Omar's name. Tengok Omar's name. Omar Sterling. Huyo. Bagusnya nama dia.
Macam pound sterling Okay. Very good question actually, Dr. Lauren. Very, very good question. Okay. Bila kita nak buat branding dekat dunia ni terlalu banyak brand dah wujud apa semua. Tetapi siapa boleh ingat semua brand, betul tak betul?
Betul.
Tapi apa yang kita harapkan adalah kalaulah orang kat luar sana tak boleh ingat brand kita, bagaimana dengan circle kita? Boleh tak mereka ingat brand kita? So, untuk Kadok, ianya adalah the Kardok actually nama kampung, Kadok. So, all my friend panggil I Kadok. Dari mana datangnya nama Kadok? Because I curi nama kawan I. Those days, bila I nak kacau perempuan, I tak nak bagi nama sebenar. Because I ni pemalu. So what I did is, kau kata dekat perempuan tu, Kadok ke salam. Siapa Kadok? Aku lah. Tapi sebenarnya kawan. But because of that incident, semua orang pun dah start panggil I Kadok. Bila orang panggil I Fadil, kadang-kadang I tak perasan. So, Fadil, I takkan peduli. Tapi kadang-kadang kalau you sebut Kadok je, I tahu you are looking for me. So bila I buat YouTube, I rasa macam Kadok ni nama kampung, susah nak pergi jauh. I thought that lah. That's my belief at that time. But nama tu sekarang telah menghantui I juga because of nama Kadok, I kena review pasal kereta. People punya belief because if it's a car dog, I have to
betul Fiza kan.
Tapi
I ingat macam Kadok. Ayat kan kereta kodok tu then dia become jadi Kadok. Because the spelling is Cardok kan. Okay, teruskan.
Tak, dia sebenarnya adalah dia punya sebutan tu je, Kadok kan. Okay. So the idea is kalau kita nak buat branding, kita kena buat branding. Kalau macam I, is a personal branding, right? So I rasa macam the best way untuk orang remember about me is just when I be me, which is Kadok. So bila you nak create FB page, you nak create YouTube channel, you jangan create nama you Muhammad Sufian channel. Betul lah macam Dr. Lawrence cakap. Terlalu banyak Muhammad, terlalu banyak Sufian. Okay? You kena cari sesuatu yang first thing first. Sebab bila you nak share you punya page ataupun you punya YouTube kan, siapa kalau nama tu terlalu general kan, siapa dia ni? Tapi kalau you buat very personal, macam Kadok. Ini Kadok, aku tahu Kadok. So you kena cari nama yang orang yang panggil you, yang you family, yang people familiar you about. Kalau you ayam golek, honey madu. So it's really depend on what is you punya forte. So dari situ je nama Kadok tu tadi. I use my personal orang kampung punya name untuk branding.
Best.
Omar, how did your name came about? Sterling.
People always ask me, hey, Rahim Sterling, you kenal dia? That's my brother from another mother. Orang tanya, kenapa dia hitam, you putih? Dia lahir malam, saya lahir siang.
Oh my God.
Tapi sebenarnya Sterling is my mother is from Sterling and our family name is Sterling. So you know, when of course nama real saya Omar bin Rauf. Like you said lah, Omar Rauf channel tak jalan. So when my mother passed away, my mother dulu meninggal, agak sedih lah, tapi tak apa, kita bukan nak menangis kat sini. Tapi when my mother passed away, I really macam for 3 months macam mana orang cakap dia macam kita sentiasa rasa mata berkaca-kaca, sentiasa sebab di dada, tak terkata-kata, you know, and for 3 months saya macam tu. So then I was talking to Dr. Lawrence and I told him about this. I said, you know, really sebab lah. So and this is 10 12 years ago. And Dr. Lawrence said, why not you take something of your mother and you make it always stick with you? And I was thinking, wow, what could I take? Then Dr. Lawrence pun, we were writing my book and Be Motivated Forever, which is my book and Dr. Lawrence book together. And he said, why not you put your mother's name on the book? And I was like, yeah lah. So as the author, and he said, gabung dengan your name. Wow. So what happened was Omar Sterling became gabungan my name and my mother's name. My mother is Linda Sterling, by the way. Penonton di luar sana, tolong kalau ada kesempatan insyaAllah boleh baca Al-Fatihah untuk my mother. Bukan sekarang, nanti saat lagi kita nak cepat. Tapi So Omar Sterling is gabungan myself and my mother, and every time Omar Sterling ada dekat internet, ada orang tengok, ada orang panggil saya, ada dekat buku saya orang baca, ada saya punya training program yang orang nak datang, promosi, my mother's name diulang, echo over and over and over and over again. Siapa di luar sana sayang dengan ibu anda?
Oh.
Komen dekat bawah. Sayang
Komen.
S ibu, S ibu, ataupun tekan banyak-banyak sampai jari sampai jari sakit. Tekan love. Kalau sayang ibu. Tapi saya nak tanya, anda sayang ke sangat sayang? Sayang ibu ni bukan boleh cakap sayang ibu. Dia bukannya macam kita sayang staff kita ke, sayang kawan kita. Tak. Dia macam sayang ni, sangat sayang. So that is asal usul nama saya. But when come back to Kadok punya nama, I really admire the fact that Kadok diambil sesuatu yang dikatakan kampung, yang orang mungkin kata kampung, tapi he had the confidence, letak saja nama kampung, and seluruh rakyat Malaysia, seluruh orang yang nak tonton saya, aku kampungkan dia. So you know,
aku nak tambah.
Yeah.
It's not about the name. It's never about the name. It's about how are you willing to go all out to make sure that whatever the name that you put works. Itu saja. You boleh letak je nama yang grandio. You boleh letak nama yang you ada 3 hari 3 malam just nak cari nama. Tapi kalau you pemalas, you tak akan jadi juga. So it's all about the effort juga. Name is just a name. It could be anything pun, ABC. But kalau you tak buat works yang you nak apa orang cakap, result 100% tapi you punya work tak sampai 100%, it not gonna work.
Tiada hasil tanpa usaha. There's no result without effort. Manjada wajada.
Yeah, betul.
Right.
Iza, do we have a winner? Kadok nak tanya dulu, boleh tak ini special prize?
Apa dia?
We leave it at the end that you find one chance to take a video or photo with this winner.
Why not? Boleh, tak ada masalah.
So that macam Omar Sterling, orang boleh kenal.
Saya bukan apa. Saya boleh je nak bergambar dengan mereka ke apa semua. Takut mereka yang rasa macam, buat apa nak gambar gaduh kan. So macam takut mereka tak nak gambar dengan I tak handsome macam Omar. I tak ada kumis.
Kita ni sama je, rambut tak ada sama.
Tapi aku realize botak sekarang handsome. Dulu aku botak tak handsome tu.
Sama.
Rambut saya banyak lah. Oi, curry pop pun ada.
Itu kena try botak sekali.
Jangan. Saya lain dari you semua. Lain from all of you. Yeah, right? So we're going to leave the last prize for a live video with Kadok. But you must be active. You must be the most active. Alright? The most active participant type. I see a lot of people typing. Wah, me. Ui, tengok itu. Wah, I love my mother too. My mother spoiled me. Wah, banyak na perkara. Yeah. Woo, fantastic. Yeah.
Okay, Kadok.
Curry pop.
Kadok. Okay. So far kita dah dapat you bagi tahu bila you buat you punya channel, you punya page dan you punya FB dan you punya YouTube channel, maka you kena ada a lot of posting and a lot of content yang menarik. But still orang nak gambarkan macam mana you dapat 100,000 follower, which sekarang bukan 100,000, sekarang dekat 300,000. Tapi pada masa 3 bulan yang pertama, macam mana you boleh dapat 100,000 from zero? Dalam masa 3 bulan. So apakah rahsia sebenar dia? Selain daripada cerita content, what else do you feel is very important untuk orang boleh buat, praktikkan untuk dapat macam you?
Aku rasa memang posting content. There is no other way untuk you get. You see, kalau kita lihat banyak-banyak FB page because you can get into the FB Insight, right? Tak kisahlah Horizon ke, Pandu Laju ke, Najib Razak. Have you seen Najib Razak punya FB page? 4 juta followers, right? You tengok berapa banyak dia post content setiap hari. Even though walaupun dia itu sudah popular, tapi dia punya kerja macam dia tak popular pun. Dia masih lagi post content, you know. So he do the works. You know, tak kisahlah yang dia yang buat ke, dia punya staff ke. Somehow you see, I follow you because I want to see what are you gonna put on your Facebook, so that macam mungkin Dr. Lawrence dia kata tips tak jadi. So setiap hari I nak kena tengok tips. Tapi kalau I follow you satu tips saja you bagi, lepas tu 1 bulan lagi satu tips, I tak payah follow you pun tak apa. I boleh pakai the all way around, which is search how to get, you know, reach ke apa semua. So people follow kita because they memang expect content daripada kita. Dan dia follow kita because dia dah tahu dah content apa yang kita akan upload. So you just be yourself aja sebenarnya. Whatever that you post on your, dia beza dia satu je. Selama ni kau ada FB, betul tak? Dan tapi kalau kau dekat FB page kau yang personal tu pun kau tak suka upload konten, jangan, tak payahlah nak jadi FB page punya master, tak jadi, because ada benda kita nak, kita belum tentu boleh buat. But kalau kau nak buat apa yang kau boleh buat, kau kena buat apa yang kau biasa buat, which is kalau dekat FB page kau yang sebenar, yang bukan FB page, FB personal kau pun kau jarang nak post konten, I don't think it's gonna work dekat you punya FB page, because it's not you. So first thing first, you have to know who are you. Benda tu paling penting. Orang yang sesat jalan dia tak boleh pergi ke destinasi dia nak pergi selagi dia tak tahu dia kat mana. First thing first, dia kena tengok dekat map tu, kat mana aku sekarang? Adakah aku in the right direction in this journey? Kalau aku nak buat 100,000 follower dekat FB page, tapi dekat konten FB sendiri pun tak banyak buat konten. I tahu dulu I selalu post konten dekat FBI. I pergi travel mana-mana. Lepas tu I suka letak quote, inspirational punya quote. Lepas tu ayat-ayat jiwang, ayat-ayat putus cinta, semua I letak. I know I suka upload konten. And you kena tahu orang Malaysia suka benda-benda macam ni. You know, kisah-kisah mangsa, victim story. Apa nama, kalau kita tengok market Malaysia. Perempuan-perempuan cantik, apa semua, kereta-kereta lawa, you know. You tengok, walaupun page A dah buat, page B dah buat, page C dah buat, tak apa, because page mereka tak akan sama dengan page you, because you ada minat you yang berbeza. Dan kita kena tahu, kalau kita belajar apa nama communication, quadrant, kita ada controller, supporter, analyzer. Ini kalau korang pergi kursus-kursus kejurulatihan ni apa semula, I think korang bertiga pun mesti pernah dengar. Kita ni tadi terpecah kepada 4 kategori manusia, dan 4 kategori manusia ni, orang yang sama suka benda yang sama. Maksudnya apa aku nak cakap, controller dia suka apa yang controller buat, supporter suka apa yang supporter buat. Dan dalam dunia ni setiap satunya terpecah kepada 25%, 25% average.
Good.
So apa yang kau buat, 25% dekat dunia ni mesti suka apa kau buat. Makan udang. Contohnya makan udang Tak semua orang suka makan udang. Tapi apa yang kau buat 25 orang suka. Contohnya macam main game. Sekarang saya main game. Tak semua orang suka main game. Tapi kenapa? Ada juga follower. Because 25% people in this world do like what you do. Tapi lagi 25% dia opposite of you. Dia tak suka apa you buat. Lagi 50-50 tu, yang 25-25 tu, I panggil 50-50, suka hati dia lah. Dia nak suka ke, dia tak suka ke. But your focus is the 25% yang buat apa yang kau buat. Kalau kau suka hip hop, tak semua orang suka hip hop. Yeah, your niche, that 25% is what you like. Is what other people also gonna like. Because you just, we are the same based on our quadrant.
You know, I got a question from a friend who told me that he can't make it, tapi dia nak dengar jawapan. One of the reasons why people nak push the follower is eventually to monetize it. Eventually to earn some money. Takkan you are 1-2 million follower tapi you don't know how to make money from it, you know?
Betul.
What is the next step from follower to monetizing it? What's the next step?
Itu sebenarnya kena masuk kelas bengkel YouTube Kadok. How can you monetize? Correct, because the only reason people nak dapat 100,000 ke 10,000 ke whatsoever, actually mereka nak monetize channel saja. Stupid. Sorry to say lah. It is so stupid if you don't know how to monetize your channel when you already have so many followers whatsoever.
Betul.
Tapi kita tak tahu juga, ada juga orang yang dia buat out of passion je, dia tak peduli pun pasal duit. Okay. Tipu kalau saya kata saya tak buat sebab duit. Okay. The more followers you have, the more money you can make by, like me, I'm a content creator. I create video in YouTube. So whatever that after I post dekat YouTube, maybe seminggu ke 2 minggu kemudian, I akan post pula dekat Facebook. Of course, pendapatan dekat YouTube kalau dari segi konten video lebih besar berbanding dekat Facebook. Tetapi bukan bermaksud dekat Facebook pula tak akan buat duit, tak sebanyak, tapi you still can make money. So you can makan kiri kanan depan belakang semua boleh makan lah. It's just that you have to know Facebook lagi senang nak capai seramai mungkin orang. Hence, nama you cepat naik. Your branding cepat naik. You pergi mana-mana pun macam Omar cakap tadi, kado apa semua. Kat YouTube, sebab generasi sekarang berbeza. Dulu generasi YouTube, sekarang generasi Facebook. Nowadays people spend so much time in Facebook. Yes, Facebook tak bayar banyak, but you can make money dekat Facebook melalui fan subscription. Okay. Yang kedua melalui ads revenue, melalui iklan-iklan. Ads. In-ads punya advertisement.
Hang on, Kada. Before he continue, can you type out what is his secret? What is his cara-cara to monetize? Repeat again, number one. Apa number one? Kada.
Syarat dia tu ada beberapa syarat lah. Syarat yang pertama dia minimum you kena ada 10,000 followers. 10,000 followers. Okay. Itu untuk FB page. Syarat pertama, it has to be a FB page. Dia tak boleh pakai FB personal. So if it's but nowadays you can convert you punya FB personal to FB page, tapi dia akan ambil masa yang lama. Bergantung kepada berapa banyak konten you pernah post dekat FB personal you. Macam I sampai sekarang convert tak jadi-jadi, so I give up. I terus create my a new FB page for myself. Okay. Yang kedua, you kena ada minimum 10,000 followers. Okay. Ini yang I boleh ingat sekarang sebab I tak ada nota dengan I, but you can search about it dekat Facebook pun. Yang ketiga, kau kena buat video yang ditonton. The video untuk ads monetize the video at least kena 3 minit minimum. Kalau video tu kurang daripada 3 minit, mungkin tak dapat duit tetapi kau dapat followers. Video-video viral yang 1 minit apa semua tu tak dapat duit, tapi you akan famous lah. Video-video trending, video-video viral Tapi kalau video itu berdurasi 3 minit dan video itu hendaklah kau yang create sendiri, bukannya video daripada orang lain. Untuk ads, it has to be your punya original video. Okay? Tapi walaupun video tu 3 minit, at least orang tengok selama 1 minit minimum. Untuk
must be interesting lah.
Untuk 60,000 minit. 60,000 orang ataupun 60,000 minit orang tengok video tu 1 minit minimum. Bukannya 59 saat, okay? Dan selama 180 hari berturut-turut.
Okay.
Wah.
Not that particular video lah. Your page. Maksudnya you can upload daily content, but the average yang dia akan calculate minimum 60,000 ke 30,000 tontonan untuk tempoh video yang 1 minit, video yang 3 minit dalam tempoh 1 minit. Dia nampak complicated because I don't open my note, but you can pergi dekat I baca lah. Wait, I buka sekarang nota.
No wonder you see Mr. Rajin. Mr. Rajin, Mr. Action.
You have to learn lah. Kejap. Okay, kejap. Korang continue kejap. I nak buka syarat-syarat nak monetize dekat FB page.
Yeah, I think it's a very important topic, Omar, right?
Yeah, very important.
Because a lot of our customers, a lot of friends always say, how to monetize, how to make money. Like Omar, you're so famous now, so many people want to go training with you, right?
Yeah.
So your recent training, banyak, non-stop macam hari-hari on live and things like that. Because of mother's name. Keluar dari ibu, pedih. Walaupun tidak di sini. So how?
So now Kadok is sharing about FB page, monetizing FB page. Maybe kejap lagi kita boleh tanya pula tentang YouTube channel, macam mana nak monetize. Silakan Kadok.
Alright. Okay. So untuk dia ada ada 3 lah dekat dalam YouTube. Satu, brand collab manager. Bila you dah ada more than bila you dah ada ramai follower, FB page yang besar, contohnya macam Intel punya ke ataupun Mercedes ke. So brand-brand besar punya page dia akan collab dengan you. Okay. So dia akan bagi you job, dia akan kata nak tak kita buat projek-projek macam ni, this is amount of pay, ataupun kita nak bagi you projek tapi free. Dalam tu you akan dapat benda itu. Itu satu, brand collab manager. Yang kedua, in-stream punya ads. Okay. Untuk in-stream ads ni adalah yang paling senang kita nak buat. Okay. Paling senang kita nak buat sebab apa? Kita yang kena buat. Okay. Yang pertama, korang kena pastikan video korang itu mematuhi ataupun pass the remain compliant with the partner monetization policy. That one you have to come to my class. So we talk about apakah benda-benda yang boleh dipost, apakah benda yang tak boleh dipost dekat YouTube, dekat Facebook apa semua untuk monetize. Yang kedua, video tersebut hendaklah dipost dekat publish from a page, not a profile, with at least 10,000 punya followers. Kalau tak cukup 10,000, cari sampai 10,000 followers. Bagaimana nak cari 10,000 followers? Post lagi content tu. So you cannot expect your content mula-mula untuk buat duit. You punya content actually untuk grow you punya followers. Then after that baru you boleh buat duit. Yang ketiga, generate at least 30,000 of 1 minute views on a video that at least 3 minute long in the last 60 days. Sorry, bukan 180 hari, 60 hari saja. Dalam masa 60 hari, you generate 30,000 view yang 1 minit untuk video yang paling kurang 3 minit. Lepas tu, you kena tinggal dekat negara yang layak menerima in-stream ad punya negara. So, macam Malaysia layak lah. Malaysia layak. 18 tahun. Okay. Dekat luar negara, kita ada fan subscription. Bermaksud, dekat Malaysia pun dah ada untuk FB page gaming. Your page is like you punya tabung bila mana people can subscribe you monthly. Dia bayar you RM1, 20 sen ke apa semua dan dia jadi member. So that is other way of collaboration. The other way untuk monetize adalah monetization. Bila you dah popular, you boleh jual macam baju kaduk. Then you can promote your product apa semua. That is old school lah. But yang untuk monetize yang Facebook yang bayar memang lebih kepada in-stream ads. Maksudnya you create video content. Macam ni lah. Yang macam ni sebenarnya Mr. Lawrence pun boleh buat duit. Tapi kena masuk kelas kaduk.
Boleh. Saya suka belajar.
Live sebenarnya adalah sesuatu yang orang banyak buat dekat Facebook tapi mereka lupa yang sebenarnya mereka boleh monetize. Especially bila mereka dah cukup syarat.
That's right. That's why I asked that question, you know. Me and Omar kita ada video 20 minit. Have you seen Omar one? Di atas bumbung on top of the roof talking. Saya punya video Lamborghini saya tak boleh start. I push the Lamborghini.
Dia kalau tak boleh. Dia kalau you panggil I,
tak cukup follower. Maybe about 10,000.
Okay,
I want 100,000.
The other way untuk you dapat banyak followers is like this, collaboration. So you ada you punya followers, I ada followers, so we cross post. So you punya follower boleh follow I follower boleh follow you because you have certain skill, I have certain skill. So maybe whatever that they already learn from me, they can learn also from others yang I tak tahu. Macam you. So collaboration is one thing juga. So kalau you nak dapat view yang banyak untuk you punya Lamborghini, you tak boleh panggil Omar, tak cukup. You kena panggil kaduk. Bukan you yang tolak. You tolak orang tak tengok. Kaduk tolak orang tengok. Macam tu.
Saya nak bagi untuk viewer kaduk Omar punya video yang di atas bumbung dan my video Lamborghini video. Boleh tak bagi kepada member you?
Boleh. Satu lagi yang orang selalu lupa. Bila kita bercakap, tengoklah video aku. Macam tu orang tak tengok, but because they need to search for it, right? But what you can do is you can put the link dekat komen sekarang, then everybody can terus tekan. You share the link.
Angel, put the link for Omar and me. Kita ada 2 video which we are giving away free, but it's not a video about it's a video about learning how to become to energize yourself. I always say that all of us have a Lamborghini engine inside. Bukan kancil. Tapi kita macam kerja macam, got only 50 horsepower. No, we should have at least 700 horsepower. Omar, what's your video? Why are you on top of the roof? Why are you on top of the roof?
Well, we during my video I talk about the yellow frog. Jangan jadi green frog. Green frog, there are so many and they're camouflaged and people cannot see them. Be a yellow frog that stands out from the rest. And why was I on the roof? Because it was during MCO. Couldn't go anywhere. The only place I could leave my house to go to was on the roof. Yeah.
But you were fully dressed. You had your coat on, your pants on, your Versace pants on.
2 o'clock in the afternoon, sweating. Yeah, but it was an amazing experience doing those videos. It took me the whole day until night time. So I hope you enjoy the videos. You can get those videos. You can check them out free in our virtual learning www.lwseminars.com. So you can also register for the certification as well. Yeah.
I want to send to him.
bercakap pasal video katak kuning dan katak hijau. Boleh tak I nak buat satu cerita pasal ketam? Boleh. Dalam dunia training saya, so kita selalu bercerita pasal ketam. Ada 2 jenis ketam ini. Satu ketam Mexico. I don't know if you pernah dengar ketam Mexico story. Satu lagi ketam Malaysia. Okay. So kalau kita perhatikan ketam Mexico dengan ketam Malaysia ni, perbezaan dia dekat pasar malam ataupun pasar basah tu. Ketam Mexico I punya makanan dah sampai. Sekejap je. Sorry sekejap je. I really
boleh.
Sebab bujang balik kampung. Sekejap.
Yeah. So just to share with you, sekarang ni kita nak tunggu cerita daripada Kadok, iaitu cerita ketam. Ketam Mexico dan juga ketam Malaysia.
Bini balik kampung.
Bini balik kampung. Dia ingat dengan dia punya video masak telur dengan enjin Lamborghini. Hakim Harun. Yeah.
Yes, Oni. What are the comments you have, Oni? We're going to have the winner soon. All right, we have about 5 more minutes. All
right.
So can you continue your story? Yeah, and then we summarize.
Maafkan saya sebab bini balik kampung, so saya tak pandai masak, so kena order food. So saya buat kerja 1 malam semalam tak makan langsung. So macam kena order makanan. Okay, so kisah pasal ketam. So kalau kita pergi dekat Mexico tu, dekat dia punya pasar tu, kita tengok ada 2 bakul ketam. Satu bakul ketam tu kena ikat. Satu bakul ketam tu tak kena ikat. And then kita pun heran. Bos, kenapa itu ketam you ikat? Oh, ini ketam Mexico. Bahaya. Ini ketam Mexico kalau satu kawan dia mau keluar daripada itu bakul dia akan tolong keluarkan. So kita ikat dia. Okay. Satu lagi ketam, tak tahu macam mana dekat Mexico tu dia import ketam Malaysia. Ada ketam Malaysia. Kenapa ini ketam tak ikat? You tak ikat dia kenapa? Ini you tak payah risau. Dia mau keluar, itu kawan tarik punya. No worries. So, in this world, you have to decide. Ketam apa you nak jadi? Bukanlah nak maksudkan kat Malaysia ni selalu menarik kawan kita yang nak maju apa semua. Tidak. But somehow, I did notice about Malaysia, dia punya PhD perasaan hasad dengki tu terlalu kuat. Kalau orang itu nak maju nak keluar daripada dia punya kepompong, nak keluar daripada dia punya bakul ada je suara-suara sumbang, ada je orang yang akan tarik mereka. Tapi dekat Mexico tak macam tu. You know, you nak keluar, kita support. Biarlah dunia ikat kami tak apa. Mana kita boleh tolong, kita tolong. So, my words to all dekat luar sana, if you found a page that you like, just tekan follow, just tekan like, tak susah pun. Itu saja.
Can you summarize while Fiza look for the winner? Wait, Fiza, look for the winner.
Okay, kalau
I sudah belajar banyak. I just want to say something, Kadok. The best thing I learned from you is rajin. Betul. I advise so many people every day must post, Cannot, one day you don't post, then you 3 days tak post, 4 days tak post. So I hear it from you again and again. Rajin. Ini ialah
Because I talk from result because recently I jarang upload content. So
then what
dia
happened?
jadi stagnant lah. But
Ah,
those days every day I upload video baru dia jadi
betul.
naik. So bila tak upload dia jadi stagnant.
Yeah.
So I cakap I selalu buat benda hard way. Hard way maksudnya I kena buat dulu.
Correct.
Recently I
Correct.
buat video, sebulan tak upload video, berapa income YouTube. So in order to do that, I cannot upload sebulan video. So because of that, like macam okay, nampak macam senang, tapi sebulan tak upload video tapi I tahu I rajin alamak, I kena jadi malas. 1 bulan I kena jadi malas, tak jadilah.
Betul. Which means everybody can do it, kan?
Of course. It's a choice. Rajin dengan malas is a choice. Macam
Yes,
you nak
right.
makan atau tidak, it's a choice.
Yes, bagus. So what other summary would you like to make, Kadok?
Well, I think kalaulah aku boleh summarizekan pasal apa yang kita communicatekan hari ni, satu adalah macam Dr. Lauren cakap tadi, rajin. Okay, kalau you tak rajin upload content, then no point you nak cari 100,000 followers. I can tell you mungkin tak sampai 3 bulan you dapat 100,000 followers. Mungkin sebulan, mungkin seminggu. It's really depend you punya rajin. Maybe.
Amin.
Okay.
Amin.
Tapi kalau you malas you bagilah 100,000 tahun sekalipun belum tentu you dapat 10 ke 20 followers.
Betul.
Belum tentu. Okay. Yang kedua, of course, I think I cakap banyak sangat, I dah lupa apa semua kan.
Follow, make friend, share.
Correct.
Itu.
Tak apalah. Saya minta
jangan
Dr.
sendiri
Lawrence
kan.
untuk rumuskan.
I always tell people, this is social media. Social. Makna social ialah kawan. Makna social means get to know people. Tapi tak payah temu. Betul tak? I like your formula, 25%. That's really good. Omar, what do you learn from Kadok? I keep seeing your note in your head. Macam ada laptop.
I realized that Kadok mentioned a lot about content, zooming into content and one thing he mentioned just now, it doesn't matter what kind of content you make, just be yourself, because ada 25% of people that will watch. So kalau you jenis suka masak lah, kalau you jenis suka kereta lah, kalau you jenis suka main game lah, whatever it is, you suka main basikal lah, whatever it is you suka buat, zoom into your content. So you know how to zoom in. Of course, you can use your magnifying glass and zoom in to that content. So bila anda zoom in, what happened? You know your content start to explode dengan macam-macam jenis idea. In fact, one idea, one benda yang you nak buat, you boleh buat 10 different things. The other day I was talking in my program Viral Branding Mega Marketing. So there was one girl, dia sales girl kereta Proton. So she was asking, dia kata, macam mana nak buat konten hari-hari saya punya kereta ada 5 kereta je, saya dah buat dah 5. Saya cakap, hello, each car got so many different things you can focus on. Hari ni you buat video tentang headlight, what kind of headlights. Esok buat video tentang interior, lusa buat video tentang exterior, another day you buat tentang engine, another day you pergi service kereta, you talk about service, interview the mechanic, another day you talk about kelajuan kereta, another day you talk. So there's so many different things on one topic yang you boleh buat. All it needs is just a little bit of variation. And I like what Kadok said, be yourself. So once you zoom into your content, you will see that everyday sebenarnya is not difficult, just variations of the same thing, and you have so much content.
Yes, very good clarity.
Aku tambah sikit boleh? Aku tambah sikit. Baru jumpa. Okay. So sebagai seorang content creator, first thing first, stop chasing number. The number will come.
Bagus,
Okay?
bagus.
Wah.
Type that.
Yang
Stop
yang kedua,
Ah,
yang kedua, make something shareable. Sesuatu yang boleh dikongsi. So people want to share your content.
shareable. Yes.
Lepas tu yang ketiga, find an audience to serve.
Yeah.
Cari audience. You see, tadi kita bercakap pasal 25%. Focus on audience like you. You nak apa? You bagilah orang yang macam you saja. You tak payah peduli orang lain. So sebenarnya content tu untuk you. Tapi orang yang macam you akan nampak, oh ini untuk aku juga. Okay. Dan yang last sekali, keep uploading.
Yeah. Same message. Lagi
Same
satu
message.
kali.
Keep
Pun
uploading.
lagi. Yang orang degil tak mau content. Tak mau uploading every day. Yeah. You know, in our show, Kadok, we really appreciate your content, macam free seminar. I really enjoy listening to you. And we have a song, you know, we have a singer, Kelly. We're going to sing a song to summarize apa. Before that. Before.
I have a winner already.
Yeah, wait. Let Kelly sing the song first. Then we
Okay,
introduce the
Kelly sing,
winner. And the song is going to summarize everything that Kadok is going to say, and we're going to recognize the winner. Not recognize the winner. Recognize the active participant. All right. So your name is there, coming out from the song. Please say hello to that person. And for those of you who wants Kelly, you know Kelly. She's very famous in Lawrence Water Seminar. I want you to type the word Kelly, sing. And after she sing, we will come out with the winner. And Fiza got 3 winners, but we're only giving one winner. Fiza, you must look for the one who pressed the heart, who pressed the love song, banyak, tick. I want at least 2,000 comments.
I'm watching now.
Kadok.
One of the winner is gonna be in my singing also.
Yes.
So you all get your own guest, okay?
Yeah. Okay. This song especially for Kadok for spending his time. Terima kasih. Syukran Kadok. I love your video.
Terima kasih.
I love your sharing. It's really honest, to the spot. Here's the song. Kelly, are you ready?
Beribu sorry. Can you hear my music as well?
Itu Chinese
Technical
song.
error. Just now, can you
Often
hear the
song.
music?
Yes, can.
Dengar.
Okay. Sorry. Wah, Lin request Dr. Lawrence sing with me. Sorry, a bit nervous. Kadok kat sini today. Some more this is Kadok song.
Yeah.
Song Kadok punya song.
Kadok suka nyanyi masa tengah mandi. Angels found out your secret.
Ini
Alright.
antara lagu kegemaran saya lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Okay, the song is coming.
Yeah. Goyang kepala anda di rumah.
Beribu bintang di langit kini menghilang, meraba aku dalam kelam. Rembulan mengambang kini makin suram, budak
Ilhamku tanpa alam.
wajahmu dalam
dia.
ada kedepan, ada sinar. Itukah bintang ataupun rembulan? Terima
Terima
kasih.
kasih ku ucapkan.
For you, Azizi. Inginkan ku mencuri bayangan wajahmu. For si Demok. Izinkan ku mencuri khayalan denganmu. For Linda, maafkan Allah. Andai lagu ini mengganggu ruangan hidupmu, kau senyumlah. Betul tak Hakim? Sekadar memori kita di arena ini. kau ilhamku.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Iza,
Amazing.
we're going to the
Thank you
lucky
so
draw.
much, Kelly.
I dah
Yeah.
pilih tadi, I tengah tengok, I scroll. Then yang
Yeah.
paling banyak komen, yang paling banyak like, and yang paling banyak send love. So, I choose Linda Hashim.
Yeah, Linda, my
Linda?
mother's name some more.
Lin Hashim, yes, Lin Hashim. Jangan lupa PM Lawrence Water Seminar, okay? Dan nanti Lawrence Water Seminar akan ask you untuk send the detail, okay?
And
Yeah,
then
Hadiahnya adalah
Kadok will find an opportunity to meet up with you and take a video together. Wah, bagusnya.
wow.
How do you feel, Kadok, today?
What
How
a
do you feel?
nice surprise. What a nice
Yeah.
surprise today. Hadiah ialah dating sama Kadok.
Jangan. Today I feel alive. Sama-sama I feel alive. Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, when every time I do sharing, knowledge sharing apa semua, I just feel alive. I don't know why.
Beautiful.
It's the best thing.
Something that I know I passionate about.
Yeah.
Ayah, lupa nyanyi nama Kadok kat dalam lah.
Tak apa.
Sorry.
Tak apa. Saya tahu saya ada dalam hati kamu, tak apa.
Oh.
Kadok, before we go, there are a lot of requests to ask you to sing at least 2 sentences. 2 sentences. Kadok, nyanyi lah. 2 sentences.
Okay, music please.
Muzik sama ke? Tapi
Muzik
lambat
sama.
lah sampai ke situ.
Tak apa.
Okay.
Go fast forward, yeah. Banyak request. Wah.
1, 2, go. Beribu bintang di
Di langit kini menghilang, meraba aku dalam kelam. Rembulan mengambang kini makin suram, pudar ilhamku tanpa arah. Sedetik macammu. Dah cukup. Dah lebih daripada kebaikan dah.
Yeay.
Terima kasih.
Kadok,
terima
kau
kasih. Ya.
ilham YouTubeku.
Oma pun tak boleh tahan nak nyanyi.
Ya.
Tunggu Dr. Lawrence saja.
Dr. Lawrence.
Ya.
Tahun depan maybe insyaAllah. Yeah. Kadok, it was such a pleasure and an honor. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we really appreciate your precious time. And we look forward to doing more lives with you in future, and hopefully be able to do some videos together with you as well. Yeah.
InsyaAllah.
Why not? Let's make this world a beautiful place and get to know more people in the social media, huh? Alright.
That's right. So anda di rumah, jika anda nak tambah anda punya followers, maka follow tips-tips dan apa yang anda telah belajar hari ini dengan Kadok. And insyaAllah untuk FB page dan juga YouTube, anda juga boleh seperti Kadok mendapat 100,000 followers dalam masa 3 bulan. Sifu, any last words from you?
I want to hear from Kadok.
Go ahead.
Last word daripada saya
Yeah.
100% possible, 100% all the time.
I like that. Beautiful. Link to the topic. 100% follower,
Possible.
100% possible. Tapi mesti rajin. That's
It is
one word I
possible.
keep hearing.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. And to all the Malaysian Airlines colleagues who were online just now, I saw. This is your ex-colleague, all right, who's gone all the way up, flying all the way. It is possible. Yeah. Terima kasih, everyone. That's our show for today. Terima kasih.
Alright. Until next time. Thank you. Assalamualaikum. Demo
Waalaikumsalam.
dunia akhirat, insyaAllah.
Ya, Kadok, time to makan your Grab food.
Alright, Kadok, take care. Bye-bye Anda di rumah. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Angels. Thank you, Kelly, for the beautiful.
Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Alhamdulillah, kerana racun itu benar. Like, komen dan juga share. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Itu percuma, kerana racun itu benar. Like, komen dan juga share.